All right, guys, here we go. The markets as of April 27th, 2026, the Dow Jones is sitting at 49,167.79. It is down 0.13% today. The S&P 500 is at 7,173.91. It is up 0.12% today. The NASDAQ is at 24,887.1. It is up 0.2% today. The Qs are at $664.23. They're up 0.05% today. Gold is at $4,714.50. It's up 0.44% today. Silver is at $76.64. It is up 1.41% today. Bitcoin's at 77,317. Oh, it's down. Look at that. It just adjusted on me there. Let's refresh real quick just for safety purposes. Bitcoin is at 74,000. Bitcoin is at $74,039.75. It is down 0.19% today. Crude oil is at $96.44. It is up 0.07% today. Coin market cap here. See which cryptos are trending. Right now we've got XRP trending. It's at $1.39. In the last 24 hours, it's down 2.2%. Pearl, P-E-R-L-E, is at 32.22 cents. So it's like just a little over 32 cents. It's up 46.68% today. Very interesting. Pearl. Black Dag Network, D-A-G, that is at 0.0002620 cents. So it's not even a cent, but it's up 41.55% today. The fourth one that's trending is Bitcoin. It's at $77,260.93. It's down 1.76% today. And the fifth one on the list is Terra Classic. Not even 1 cent. 0.0006870 cents. And it is up 13.97% today. Like I said, today is Monday, April 27th, guys. This is a heat map of the S&P 500 right here. So we've got Nvidia up 4% today. AMD down 3.79% today. Google's up 1.72% today. Meta is up 0.53% today. And Microsoft is up 0.05%. Apple is down 1.27%. Walmart is down 1.79%. McDonald's is down 3%. So we've got a pretty mixed bag. It's like pretty, not too much going on. Tesla's up 0.63%. Eli Lilly's down 1.77%. Intel is up 2.97% to $85. I hope that's not making too much noise. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You guys get a nice relaxing rain in the background noise. Yeah, Coca-Cola is down 1.55%. Energy and mineral sector is kind of gray. Nothing too crazy going on. Nothing too wild happening right now. So, let's read an article. Let's read an article about crude oil. Why are oil prices up while gold is down? This sounds like a good one right here. This is the Economic Times. Hopefully it lets us read it without too much fuss. We know how this can be. So, by Gandharv Walia, Global Desk. Synopsis. Why are oil prices up while gold down? now, and will Brent U.S. crude futures continue to rise or experience wild swings? Oil rose as Middle East tensions limited supply and shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Gold slipped while investors tracked central bank meetings and economic data. Global stocks moved slightly higher. Analysts now watch inflation, interest rates, earnings, and diplomacy to understand the next move in oil and gold markets. Why are oil prices up while gold down now, and will Brent WTI crude futures continue to rise or experience wild swings? Global markets started the week with mixed signals as investors tracked Henry, will you stop? Why are oil prices up while gold down now? And will Brent US WTI crude futures continue to rise or experience wild swings? Global markets started the week with mixed signals as investors tracked geopolitics, inflation, central banks, and earnings tensions linked to talks between the Donald Trump administration and Iran shaped sentiment. Investors also waited for decisions from the Federal Reserve, European Central Bank, and Bank of Japan. Oil rose on supply concerns linked to conflict involving Israel and Lebanon. Gold slipped as bond yields rose and investors focused on economic data and corporate earnings. Why are the oil prices up while gold down now, and will U.S. Brent crude futures continue to rise or experience wild swings? Gold markets began the week with mixed movement. Oil prices climbed while gold slipped. Stocks moved slightly higher as investors followed updates about Iran talks, economic data, central bank meetings, and corporate earnings. The change reflect supply worries, inflation concerns, and uncertainty about future policy decisions. Global markets move as investors watch geopolitics and data. MSCI's Global Equities Index moved higher after the White House said President Donald Trump was reviewing a proposal from Iran. The proposal suggested delaying nuclear talks until the war ends and shipping disputes in the Gulf are resolved. Mediators from Pakistan said talks to bridge differences between the United States and Iran continue. Investors believe a resolution may happen later. However, markets remain cautious as a busy week includes major company earnings, economic growth data, and central bank meetings. Oil prices rose due to tight supply, the war triggered by U.S. and Israel strikes on Iran has reduced shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Around 20% of global oil usually moves through this route. U.S. crude rose 2.09% to 96.37 per barrel. Brent rose 2.75% to $108.23 a barrel. Oil reached a 2-week high, and Brent recorded 6 straight days of gains. Peace talks between the United States and Iran stalled. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz stayed limited. Analysts estimate that 10 to 13 million barrels of oil per day are not reaching global markets. Ship traffic remains low. Only 7 vessels crossed the strait in 24 hours. Before the war, around 140 ships passed daily. 6 tankers carrying Iranian oil were forced back due to a U.S. blockade. I'm not gonna lie, this is written probably by AI. These factors tightened supply and pushed oil higher. Gold moved lower. Spot gold fell 0.62% to $4,679.09 per ounce. Investors moved funds toward equities and watched interest rate signals. Rising bond yields also reduced gold demand because gold does not provide interest. Will Brent US WTI crude futures continue to rise or experience wild swings? Analysts expect continued volatility. Supply disruption remains the key factor. Brent now trades at a premium over WTI. This could increase demand for U.S. crude exports from the Gulf of Mexico. Oil prices may stay high if shipping limits continue. Analysts say the supply gap suggests upward pressure on prices. Gasoline futures reached their lowest level since July 2022. Refining margins also rose to a multi-year high. However, higher oil prices could slow economic growth. Higher prices increase borrowing costs and reduce energy demand. Central banks may raise interest rates later if inflation rises due to expensive energy. Okay. Here's just some side information. U.S. Treasury yields rose. 10-year yield reached 4.336%. The 30-year yield reached 4.9409%. The 2-year yield reached 3.799%. The U.S. dollar index slipped to 98.49. The euro stayed near $1.1721. The dollar rose slightly against the yen. Goldman Sachs raised its oil price forecast. It expects Brent at $90 and WTI at $83 in the fourth quarter. The bank cited reduced Middle East output and risks to refined product supply. Geopolitical risks remain. Israel carried out strikes in eastern Lebanon during a ceasefire with Hezbollah. Russia said it would support Iran. These developments increase uncertainty. Okay, that's going to be enough of that. So nothing too crazy is going on. Everything seems about the same. Yeah, I think maybe I'll try doing something like this. Maybe work on these, quick little market check-in videos. Maybe I can do a few of these a week. Maybe 3 or maybe one every day. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm trying to find my rhythm though, guys. If anybody has any suggestions, leave a comment. I think that'll be enough for today though.